Shanti, good morning. So we listen to today's Murli for 3rd April 25. Today, the day of Satguruvar. The essence is sweet children. This new tree of yours is very sweet. Insects only come to this sweet tree. The insecticide to finish all insects is Man Manabhav. So, Baba says, this tree of yours is very sweet. Insects only come to this sweet tree. The insecticide to finish all the insects, that is all the vices, Maya, everything, is Manmanabhav. The question is, what are the signs of the students who pass with honors? Answer, they pay full attention not just to one subject, but to all the subjects. The subject of physical service too is good. Many receive happiness through that, and marks are also accumulated. However, together with that, there also has to be this knowledge and good behavior. Pay full attention to imbibing divine virtues. Some get so busy in service, they don't pay attention to self. How am I talking? How am I behaving with others? So Baba says, with service, yes, marks are accumulated, but then there also has to be this knowledge and good behavior. Pay full attention to imbibing divine virtues. When you have this knowledge and yoga fully, you will be able to pass with honors. The song is, neither will he be separated from us, nor will there be sorrow in our hearts. Om Shanti. What did you children just hear? To whom are the hearts of you children attached? To the guide. What does the guide show you? The supreme guide. What does he show you? He shows you the gates to heaven. You children have heard the name Gateway to Heaven. When do the gates to heaven open? It is now hell. Who opens the gates to heaven? And when? Only you children know this. Inspired by this, we had named our channel Gateway to Divinity from Baba's Murli. So Baba says, only you know this. You constantly remain in happiness because you know the way to go to heaven. At the fairs and exhibitions, you can show people how they can go through the gates to heaven. You have created many pictures. Baba asks, out of all these pictures, which picture should be used to explain to people that these are the gates to go to heaven? The picture of the world cycle indicates the gates to heaven. This is right. At the top, on one side, there are the gates to hell, and on the other side, there are gates to heaven. It is absolutely clear. All souls, all souls back run from here to the land of silence. So all souls from here, they go to land of silence. Then you go to heaven. These are the gates. The whole cycle wouldn't be called the gate. At the top there, where the confluence age is shown, there are the gates through which you souls exit and then enter that new world. Everyone else resides in the land of silence. The hands of the clock show that this is hell and that is heaven. There's a picture of the drama showing like a clock, the hands of the clock. So it's almost going to be 12 midnight. So show that this is hell and this is heaven, going into heaven. This picture is first class and the best of all to use to explain this. The gateway to heaven is absolutely clear. These are matters to be understood by the intellect. All the many religions are to be destroyed and the one religion established. You know that you will go to that land of happiness and that everyone else will remain in the land of silence. The gates are shown very clearly. The cycle is the main picture. The gates to heaven and hell are absolutely clear in this. Only those who went through these gates to heaven a cycle ago will do so again. Only they will be able to recognize the gate because I've gone through those gates in the previous cycle. So they will go to that again. Everyone else will go through the gates to silence. Therefore, you see, majority of the people in the world are looking for peace, shanti. They say we want shanti, because they have spent a lot of time in Shanti Dham, in silence. So Baba says, the gates of hell close and the gates to peace and happiness open. This is a first class picture. Baba always says that the pictures of the Trimurti, the two globes, and this cycle are first class pictures. First of all, explain this picture to anyone who comes. This is the picture that shows the gates to heaven. That is heaven, and this is hell. Hell is now to be destroyed, and the gate to liberation is opening. So, because of this, people think that there is a world which is hell, where after death people go to hell or people go to heaven. Hmm? But Baba says there is no world. It's not like a separate entry. There's heaven this side and hell this side. It's not that way. But it's heaven, and then people who go home to Shanti Dham, and they come down number wise, right? Um, and the world then transforms into hell. So we call this world, which is at this present time, as hell. This world that we are living in is hell. So hell is now to be destroyed, and the gate to liberation is opening. So this old world has to be destroyed. We shall now go to heaven, and all the others will go to land of silence. It is so easy. Not everyone will go through the gates of heaven. It was the kingdom of only the deities there. It is in your intellects that you have now become worthy of going through the gates to heaven. To the extent that you study, you will become a master. If you cry or beg for anything, you will be spoiled. If you remember, a couple of days back, Baba said, no crying. Right? So if you cry, you keep begging, you keep asking, then Baba says you will be spoiled. The best picture of all is the cycle. It can be understood by the intellect. Once the picture has been seen, the intellect begins to work on it. You children should have thoughts throughout the day about which picture should be the main ones we can use to explain everything. Gateway to heaven. These English words are very good. There are now many languages. The word Hindi has emerged from the word Hindustan. The word Hindustan is not right. In fact, its real name is Bharat. They speak of the land of Bharat. The names of sweets, etc., are changed. The name of a country does not change. You come up with different recipes, and probably the name of some sweets or dishes can be changed with a little, mix here and there or change here and there. But here the name of a country got changed. From Bharat, it became Hindustan, and from Hindustan, it became India. The British called it India. So Baba says, there is the word Mahabharat. Bharat is remembered in everything. So now, right, um, with the new prime minister, and we are going back to the name Bharat. So Baba says, people even sing that Bharat is their country. By saying that their religion is Hinduism, they have called the language Hindi. This is unrighteous. In the golden age, there was nothing but the truth. True things to wear, true food, true speech, whereas here everything has become false. So these words, gateway to heaven, are very good. Come, and I'll show you the gate to go to heaven. There are so many languages. The Father gives you children elevated directions for salvation. It is said of the Father's directions, his ways and means for salvation are unique. He doesn't say, come, uh, pray to me, ask me for this. He says, claim, remember me, and you claim it for yourself. He gives you children such easy directions. You have to follow God's Srimad. You would become a doctor by following the directions of a doctor. By following the directions of God, you will become gods and goddesses. These are the versions of God. This is why Baba has said, first of all, prove to them who God is. The Master of Heaven are definitely gods and goddesses. There's nothing in the Brahm element. Heaven and hell exist here. Heaven and hell are completely separate from one another. People's intellects have become absolutely tamopradhan. They do not understand anything. They have given the golden age a duration of hundreds of thousands of years, and they say of the iron age that 40,000 years still remain. They are in total darkness. You children now know that the Father is making you virtuous in order to send you to heaven. The main concern you should have is how to become Sato Pradhan. It's think about it. You have all the resources, all the money, resources to buy $1 million house. Would you still live? Would you still live in a rental apartment? Would you still live in a small, you know, a small condo when you have all the resources to go to $1 million house? So, in the same way, Baba has given us the resources to go to Golden Age, to become Satopradhan and to go to Golden Age. Am I using those resources? Or do I become so comfortable in this space of this hell uh, that I don't use the resources to go to heaven? So Baba says your main concern should be how to become Satopradhan. The Father has told you to remember Him alone constantly. Whilst walking and doing everything, let there only be this remembrance in your intellects. All lovers and beloveds carry out actions. Even in devotion, while they perform actions, there is still the remembrance of that one in their intellects. They turn the beads of a rosary in order to remember Him. They only have one in their intellects. The Father also repeatedly says, constantly remember me, your Father. Since they call Him omnipresent, whom would they remember? The Father explains they have become atheists. They do not even know the Father. They say, oh God, the Father, but they do not know who He is at all. Souls say, oh God, the Father, but what is a soul? Each soul is separate. That one is called the Supreme Soul. That is the Supreme, the highest on high, Supreme Soul. There isn't a single human being who has knowledge of souls. I am a soul, and this is my body. And so there are two things. The soul is separate from the body. This body is made of the five elements. A soul is an imperishable point of light. What would it be made of? It is such a tiny point of light. Sages and holy men, etc., do not know this. This one adopted many gurus, but none of them told him what a soul is or what the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul is. It isn't only that they don't know the Supreme Soul, they don't even know about souls, they don't even know themselves. If they were to know about souls, they would instantly know the Supreme Soul. How would it be possible for a child to continue by just knowing himself and not his father? You now know what souls are and where they reside. Even doctors understand that they are so subtle that the soul cannot be seen with the physical eyes. Therefore, how would it be possible for them to see one if they locked it in a glass case? They had done this experiment, no? Someone was about to leave the body and they locked him in a glass case to see the soul leaving. But Baba says, how can they see? No one in the world has this knowledge that you have. You know that each soul is a point and that the Supreme Soul is also a point. We souls change from pure to impure and impure to pure in the drama cycle. Impure souls cannot reside there. Everyone who comes from there is pure. So impure souls cannot go back home. So everyone who comes down from the home into this drama stage is pure and they then become impure. The Father then comes and makes them pure. These are the easiest things of all. You know that you souls have been around the cycle of 84 births and have now become Tamo Pradhan. Only we take 84 births. It is not a question of only one. The Father says, I explain to this one, but you also listen. I have entered this one. I speak to this one, and you hear it. This one is the chariot. So, Brahma Baba. So, Baba has explained you should write down the name Gateway to Heaven. However, in that too, you have to explain that the deity religion that used to exist in Golden Age has now disappeared. So, there is no heaven now. The deity religion has now disappeared. No one knows this. Christians were also Satopradhan at first. Then, while taking rebirth, they became Tamopradhan. The tree definitely becomes old. This is the tree of the variety of religions. According to the calculation of the tree, all the other religions come afterwards. So all the other religions come 2000, they only have, if we go back, they only date back to 2500 years. So Baba says this drama is predestined. It is not that people will get a turn just like that to go to Golden Age. No. This play has been created eternally. In the Golden Age, there was only the one ancient, original, eternal deity religion, Adi Sanatan Devi Devta Dharam. It is now in the intellects of you children that you are going to heaven. The soul says, how can we return home if we are Tamo Pradhan? How would we go to heaven? For that, the Father has given you the method for becoming Sato Pradhan. The Father says, only I am called the purifier. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father. It is written, God speaks. Everyone says that Bharat was heaven this many years before Christ, but no one knows how it became that or where it went afterwards. You now know this very clearly. Previously, you did not know any of these things. No one in the world knows that it is souls who become good and bad. It is the soul that becomes pure and impure. It is the soul that becomes good and bad. All souls are children. They remember the Father. The Father is the beloved of and all are his lovers. You children now know that that beloved has come. He's a very sweet beloved. Otherwise, why would everyone remember him? There isn't a human being from whose mouth the words the Supreme Soul do not emerge. Everyone uses the word God. Even if someone calls himself an atheist, but they still use the word God. So Baba says it is just that they do not know him. You know that souls are bodiless. Souls are also worshipped. We who were worthy of worship then started worshipping our own souls. So we who were worthy of worship deities, when we became impure from copper age onwards, we started worshipping our deity forms. It is possible that you might have taken a previous birth in the Brahmin clan. Bhog is offered to Srinath, but it is the worshippers who eat it. The idol doesn't eat, the worshippers eat it. All of that belongs to the path of devotion. You children have to explain that only the Father opens the gates to heaven. But how does he open them? How can he explain? God speaks, and so he must surely speak through a body. It is the soul who speaks and listens through this body. Baba tells us the details. There is the seed and the tree. You children know that this is a new tree. Gradually, there will be growth. Many insects attack this tree of yours because a new tree is very sweet. Insects only attack sweet trees or little, right? When it's just about to come, the leaves are so fresh, everything is so new and fresh. That's when the insects attack. So, therefore, insecticide is sprayed on them. The Father has given you very good insecticide of Man Manabhav. Because you do not stabilize yourselves in the consciousness of Man Manabhav, insects eat you. How useful would something be that has insects on it? It is thrown away. There is a great difference between a high and a low status. Baba continues to tell you, sweet children, become very sweet. Do not become like salt water like anyone. Become like milk and sugar. Become sweet. There, even the lion and the lamb live like milk and sugar. Therefore, you children too should become like milk and sugar. However, if it is not in someone's fortune, what efforts would he make? Then he fails. A teacher teaches you to make your fortune elevated. A teacher teaches everyone. You can even see the difference. Students in a class can tell which one is clever in which particular subject. It is the same here. There is the subject of physical service too. So there are four subjects here: knowledge, yoga, dharana, and seva. And Baba says here also, with each one's behavior, one can say how much knowledge, how much do they study, how much yoga do they have, how much dharana does one have, and how much seva they are doing. There is the Bhandari, which is Boli Dadi, who looks after the kitchen. And because so many receive happiness, they remember her a great deal. So, Boli Dadi in Madhuban, she would look after the kitchen and she would feed everyone with so much love. Even if you went in the night, she would feed. So, everyone remembers her a lot. So, this is good. You receive marks in this subject too. However, in order to pass with honors, you must not simply pay attention to one subject. You have to pay full attention to all the subjects. This knowledge is needed, good behavior is also needed, and divine virtues are needed as well. It is good to pay attention. Whenever someone comes to the Bhandari, she would say, become Man Manabhav. Remember Shiv Baba, and your sins will be absolved, and you will become the masters of heaven. Whilst remembering the Father, continue to give the introduction to others. This knowledge and yoga are needed. It is very easy. This is the main thing. Become sticks for the blind. Take people to the exhibitions. Tell them, come, I'll show you the gates to heaven. This is hell, and that is heaven. The Father says, remember me and become pure, and you will become the masters of the pure world. Man Manabhav. Baba is repeating the Gita to you exactly as he did a cycle ago. This is why Baba has had the picture made. Who is the God of the Gita? Who opens the gates to heaven? Shiv Baba opens them. Shri Krishna goes across through that. There are two main pictures. All the rest is detail. You children have to become very sweet. Speak with a lot of love. Give happiness to others through your thoughts, words, and deeds. Just look at the Bhandari. She keeps everyone happy, and so they bring gifts for her. This too is a subject. They come and give gifts. She then says, why should I take from you? Because I would then remember you. If I receive from Shiv Baba's treasure store, I would remember Shiv Baba. So, very tactfully, right? So again, what Baba's teaching us is not to receive gifts from each other. Because if I receive gifts from someone, then I will remember them. So what we usually say is if you get a gift for the instrument, you leave it in Baba's room. Leave it there. And then the instrument takes it from there, not knowing who actually gave, which is good, because then the intellect is drawn towards Baba. And even you gave it to Baba. Because otherwise, then we keep asking, did you use this? Did you like my gift? Did you, right? So again, it's pulling off the intellect towards myself. So Baba says, let me connect to Baba and help others also connect to Baba. So a give and take of gifts within the Brahmin family to each other. And be very careful, because then I'm going to pull their intellects towards me. Acha. To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bapdada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharna. In order to make your fortune elevated for yourselves, live with one another like milk and sugar. Become very sweet. Never become like salt water. Pay full attention to all the subjects. So yesterday's Murli Baba was pointing out to becoming friend of the self. How do I know that I am my own friend? So first is, do I like my company? Can I just sit with myself, or do I need physical people at all times? Am I just okay, comfortable in my own company by myself and with Baba? So that is the first sign that I am my friend. Second, do I perform actions, or is my behavior always, do I perform actions that is helping me grow? Then I'm my own friend. Do I always think of benefit? How do I bring benefit? Like today, Baba said, your only concern should be how do I become Satopradhan? That's becoming a friend to yourself. So Baba says, becoming very sweet. Am I transforming? Are my sanskars becoming divine? That's becoming my own friend. What information am I feeding the self? What diet of thoughts am I feeding? What content am I feeding the self? That's becoming a friend to the self. In order to attain salvation, follow the elevated directions you have received from the Father and tell these elevated directions to others. Show them the path to go to heaven. Today's blessing. May you be a merciful world benefactor. May you be a merciful world benefactor who gives courage and enthusiasm to every soul. May you be a merciful world benefactor who gives courage and enthusiasm to every soul. Never tell a weak soul in the Brahmin family that he is weak. Constantly let good words for every soul emerge from the lips of you, merciful world benefactor children, not words which would dishearten anyone. No matter how weak some may be, even if you have to give them a signal or teaching, first of all, make them powerful and then give them that teaching. First of all, plow the field with courage and enthusiasm, and then sow the seeds, and each seed will then easily bear fruit. When you do this, the service of world benefit will become fast. Plow the field with courage and enthusiasm, then sow the seeds, and then water with love. So yesterday, right? Yesterday, I think it was Avyak Signal. Baba was or the blessing, but Baba was talking about how love is the water. mm, How do we keep showering love to the seeds, to the seed that is sown? So, in the same way, Baba says, you plow the field with courage and enthusiasm, and then sow the seeds and keep watering with love. Don't point out anybody's weakness, or even if you need to tell them, you, you plow the field, then sow the seed of elevated thought, and then give love. Slogan: take blessings from the Father and experience being constantly full. Today's aware signal. The title is Remain Constantly Victorious with the Awareness of the Combined Form. While performing every action, always experience yourself to be a karma yogi soul. While performing any action, do not forget to have remembrance. Let karma and action both be combined. Just as something that is combined cannot be separated, in the same way, become a karma yogi. So, yoga being combined in my every action, because I, the soul in this body, will perform action. So, let yoga or remembrance be combined in my every action. Karma yoga is, people talk about karma yoga, it's mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita as well. But then I have to understand what is karma yoga. It's not just physical actions that I'm performing, not just helping people or, serving physical seva or something. And only that is karma yoga. No, my every breath is a karma. And with every breath, do I have remembrance of Baba? That becomes karma yoga too. It's even right now. I cannot say that just doing the Murli class is karma yoga. Just cooking is karma yoga. My every karma has to have remembrance merged, and that becomes a karma yoga. So, being combined with Baba and becoming victorious. So, even if I'm traveling, driving, combined with Baba, it becomes a karma yoga. So, today Baba is reminding us about the drama. This drama is eternally predestined. Gateway to heaven. This world is hell. How do we go into heaven? Baba comes and gives us this knowledge to go to heaven. He says all four subjects are needed. I need to pay attention to all four subjects. The subject of knowledge, yoga, dharana, which is inculcation, and seva. Seva done as physical seva through the body, mind, and wealth. So any form of seva. Baba says, sometimes many Brahmins feel that, oh, I'm doing a lot of seva. I go to the center for seva, 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 constantly seva. But I don't take time because the moment I sit in yoga, I'm so tired of the seva physically, right? The body gets tired. So the moment I sit to remember Baba, I doze off. Now, Baba says that you will accumulate from the seva, but your sins won't be absolved because you're not connecting to Baba. So again, I need to create that balance between yoga and seva. So all four subjects have to be balanced. Baba says not just one subject. Today, Baba is talking about becoming sweet because a new tree is growing. So when we come to Baba, what happens is, when we come to Baba, we understand this knowledge, we have experiences in our meditation, and we're just so happy. And it's like a new leaf is, coming, emerging. I see a new self. I'm so enthusiastic and all of that. And Baba says this is when we have to be extra careful. Insecticide needs to be sprayed. The insecticide of Manmanabhav, that means more remembrance of Baba, more protection with Baba. Because this is when Maya will also attack. So insects can come. So be very, very careful. This path is easy, but I still have to be very cautious every step, every day. Very cautious. So let's remember Baba, Supreme Beloved. I, the soul, am separate from this body. This body is perishable. This body is mortal. I, the soul, the being of light, is immortal. I'm playing my part through this body. It is I, the soul, who discerns and decides. It is I, the soul, who thinks, who feels, where sanskars are stored. I, the soul, the tiny point of light. Remember my beloved, the Supreme Beloved, who has come to make me pure. The Supreme Father is giving me the inheritance, is making me worthy of going to heaven. The gateway to heaven is now open. When I remember the Supreme Father, I become full of His qualities and become like Him. This is my only effort. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So have a great day with Baba. Remember Baba, remember who we are. Enjoy your day. Om Shanti.